Okay, guys, Embargo, please, for 10:30 this evening.
Pep, are you pleased with the way that your players have responded in the 2 games since the Everton match? And do you feel you can get back into the title race now?
I'm happy with the players.
With the way that you've responded after the defeat at Everton, you played well in the draw against Tottenham and then you beat Crystal Palace. Are you pleased with the way you...
No, I'm happy not just about how they react against Everton. Everton, they made 4 shoots in target, and we create more than them, but they were not able. So my perspective of the season, I'm more than happy about what they try to do. What I feel they give 100% or more than 100% every single game. So when we are not achieving our goals in game by game, I have to look inside like a manager and see what can do to help them. But I'm so happy. So all of them, because I see them every training session, how suffer when we are not winning, how happy they are when we are able to do that. And of course, our little problem we had when we lose a game, we are not able to turn immediately. So when we lost our first game in White Hart Lane, after that it was 3-4 games without winning, when we deserved winning that games, and after they created a little bit doubts, and we're not lacking the right moments to do that, but the way like they play, for example, we lost in Anfield 1-0, and 2 days later, just 2 days later, less than 45 minutes, played 60 minutes, 10 against 11. So when they run and fight in that way, you don't have doubts about the behaviors and what the commitment and what they want to do. So the other point is, of course, the opponents also playing. They play in a good way. They are good players and good team, good managers, and sometimes you're not able to win. But the commitment is always there from the beginning.
There's 12 points a gap you can make up.
But I think we have to be focused in win the next game, the next game, the next game. And after we're going to see the gap is big, so we cannot deny it. So Chelsea is so stable in terms of make points. So Chelsea dropped few in the beginning, but after it was so stable. So won 15 or 16 games from 15. So one lost 1 game in the last game. So they are so stable. So we are not thinking about. So it's just to try to win the next game in the way we want to play. Because still we have a lot of gap to improve in our game. So we are really good in the counter-attack. In the positional game, you have a big gap to get in better.
Pep, just on Fernandinho, there was a lot of talk earlier in the season about a new contract, possibly. Is that something you're still keen to happen?
In his mind? Or in our mind?
In your mind?
I am so happy with him, and I would be delighted if he can continue for a long time here.
So he's sort of 3 seasons off,
but still is not extending the contract this year. It's 1 more year.
Yeah, 1 more year after
so
this year, yeah.
Time, but of course it's not just in my mind, so the club mind. So it's an important player for us.
Pep, and Leroy Sané's got 3 in his last 3 games now. He struggled to get into the team at the start. How impressed have you been with how he's turned it around and he's playing at the moment?
Yeah, he make a clip. I think he arrived a little bit. Wow, is what I am, and sometimes for some players we cannot forget. So the last game we played with 3 guys, with the average is 20 years, and I don't think in the big clubs in Europe, 3 strikers with 20 years you cannot find it. And of course the football is you have to win the games today. So the people is not expecting what's going to happen in the next 3 or 4 years, because it's today you have to win. But it's good for with these huge talents, with Rush, with Gabriele, with Leroy. It's good, but they are so young, and you can understand when you arrive. Sometimes it's wow, where I am. But since the game from Arsenal, and after it was a pity, was injured. But Arsenal in the last 2 games against big teams like Arsenal, Tottenham, and maybe his first game away, you know, in Crystal Palace, in this stadium, small, the long balls, the fighting, he react good as well. So that is so important for us, especially for him, but for us, because at least we can see his level.
Does he remind you of anyone you've worked with in the past, or is he quite unique in how he plays?
With him?
Yeah, does he compare to any other players that you've worked with before?
He attacks and runs in behind like a few players I ever seen in my life. So he's so stark, attacking the space. I think he's really good with the ball, with dribbling one or two, but he has a lot of things to improve. Still, he's not clever with the ball. He's simple. Still, he misses some passes when he's completely alone. And because we cannot forget, so he's 20, 21 years old. So it's the first time he was in Germany, but he came. It's the first time in England. So, and I'm pretty sure now he's playing well, but sooner or later it's going to decline a little bit because that is happened for especially for the wingers, for the young players. But the talent is there, and we are there to help him. That's why we fought to buy him, and I think it has a quality difficult to find in all around the world. So it's even without the ball, he's getting better now. He's so aggressive when he has not the ball, and that's why hopefully he can be stable and keep going and keep improving.
Can I just ask you quickly about Tosin? You gave him a chance on tour. He's played a few times this year, but he's got 6 months left. What does he have to do to get into the team for the rest of the season? And do you want him to stay beyond that?
Yeah, I said in the last press conference. So I'm delighted. So here the Manchester City has a really good academy. So they are winning titles, and not just titles in the all ages, in the terms of the quality of individual for the players and the way they play. And I would like to involve. I love to work with the young players, but Toes now is involved in training with us, helping the second team when he's able to play, and of course he has a good gap to improve, and we're going to see what's happening in the future. So now in the moment we are playing to put the players inside. The young players have to be careful. You have to be careful because we are not still stable like a team. We are constantly to play 4, 5, 6, 7 players winning, so we have a little bit up and down. And to put the young players there, I want to be sure around the 9 or 10 players he will be safe. If not, we can burn him, and I don't want to do that.
Pep, sorry, just back on.
Sorry.
Pep, you won 5-0 against West Ham earlier in the month.
Pass away,
Pardon?
long time away.
You mentioned then that the pitch helped you, the stadium you felt helped you as well. Can we expect similar this time, or is it sometimes bad to play against a team so soon after beating them heavily?
That is the worst. It's more difficult to beat 2 teams in a row in a short time. It's so difficult for our mentality, for the mentality for the other. So I don't know if the pitch in the stadium right now is playing West Ham is bigger than the other one. So it looks like bigger. That is only my impression when I said after the press conference. It looks like bigger, but it's bigger for the other teams as well. So. But every game is completely different for the other one. So our game in West Hart Lane against Tottenham was completely different when we play here. And so every game is completely different. But you learn from the past, so I am pretty sure my colleague Bilic learned about that game, and he's going to adjust something to beat us, so that is normal. That's why it's nice to be managers and play football, but every game is completely different for the other one.
Pep, just on your young attacking players, you've obviously worked with some very exciting young attacking players in the past. When you look at Gabriel Jesus and Sane, who you mentioned before, and Kelechi and Raheem, do you think you've got a real, a sort of a quartet there that could really make a sort of a serious impact on this league and in Europe in the next few years? Do you think your future's pretty bright with those 4 up front?
Well, I'm pretty sure. So these 3 players will be the future in the next 3-4 years. That I'm pretty sure of that. So Raj is playing in a row every 3 days in a high level, score a lot of goals, more than the last season, and an assist, can provoke actions, dangers in the box. And the cases for Gabriel is the number 9 from Brazil, and Leroy. We fought a lot. We spent a lot of money for him because we believe he has the potential. So in the next 3 or 4 years will be the future in that club. Plus the players going to come for the next season. But in the big clubs, the people doesn't wait. We have to achieve the results immediately, as much quick as possible. And that's why they have to play good now, not in 3 years. So, but
Their development over the next 18 months or so is very important.
Yeah,
This is a key age for them, isn't it, to
no,
kick on?
Of course, you have to see if they're improving. Maybe we are expecting they're going to do well, and the next season they stop it. That is the two options. So the manager is not the right manager to help them to getting better, or we believe they are better than they are. So we have to see. So at the end, football, you have to be a perspective for the midterms, but tomorrow you have to win the game. So, and at the end, they're going to play not because they are young or they are old. So it depends of their performance or what I believe in the right moment.
Hi Pep, you mentioned the positional play and how much it still needs to improve. How much has it improved since your first day here up until now? How much have you worked on it?
I think we learn a lot, we improve a lot in the beginning, and we stop it. And we stop it, baby. I thought I want to be looks like humble, but or shy or something like that. That was a little bit my mistake. So I'm pretty sure we start really good in many things, and now we stop it. And you have to again to restart about that. Our build-up is so fundamental in my vision of football. But we are not so dangerous in the counter-attacks. We score a lot of goals because we are fast player with Kevin, with Rush, with Jesus, with Leroy. They have legs. So when they attack the space or we attack in the counter-attack, we create a lot of chances. We miss after that the last pass. For example, the second goal in against West Ham in the cup, the West Ham against Crystal Palace, the action from David go with the ball in the right moment, make it the assist. These kind of situations create many times in the last games, many. And not just against Tottenham, so many. The start, I think, in the Swansea game in the league there when we won 1-3, we arrived 10 or 12 times there for the last pass that we missed. So that I think we miss a lot that season. But the way to play to build up from the behind, arrive there and put the team there, we have a lot of gap to improve. A lot.
You said it was your mistake. Was this around?
Because sometimes we change the way.
The system?
Yeah, and sometimes we have to be more, to do more times the same thing. And when you achieve really enough, you have changed the variations. And we make sometimes variations, and but I believe we got it, and they believe me we didn't get it.
Does that tie into your interview with Thierry Henry when you said you've adapted to the quality of your players? Is that the same thing? You've realised what your players can do, so you stop those variations because you kind of scaled them back to what your players can actually achieve?
No, I have to adapt to them, but we have to work more. But sometimes we don't have time because we have 3 games every game. The people complain why the people in the cup, for example, don't make the rotation, why they pick the weak teams. So the managers are so clever and they want to put the strongest team, but you look for more the quantity and the quality, you have to make a rotation. You cannot kill the players. It's not unrespectful about the cup, about any competition. It's because the managers know exactly what they have to do in terms of playing a huge amount of games. If not, we're going to kill them. So, and that's why sometimes you don't have time, but that's why it's nice. So if I would have the feeling everybody's done, so it will be boring. So when I see the games and I see after the games, I review the games, so wow, we have still a lot of to do, and that's why it's nice. But still it's not unfinished business, so still I have many things to do.
Do you think when you start to get that positional sense consistently right, your team will just fly?
Definitely. The Fly Nova will be better because the teams, but I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure when we read exactly what you have to do, we'll be better. We'll be better team.
How many other teams in the league playing that way?
Tottenham. Tottenham, by far. Chelsea as well. In the build-up, Tottenham and Chelsea, they are the best. How they make the movements, Dembele or Eriksen, they move between, respect the others. Chelsea as well. Chelsea, they make with Courtois, they play short and long, and always you know exactly what they have to do. And still we are not still in that process. That's why our inconsistency is for that reason.
But Claudio Bravo is still a central part to that then?
Yeah, but Claudio's not there.
He's still helping.
Yeah, but Claudio has to the pass good to his teammates, and when the teammates are not in the right position, he has not passed good. So it not depends of Claudio. Claudio had the quality to do that. Willie as well. but it depends of the other one. So I want to pass the ball there, but there is not the player. I cannot pass the ball there. So, and I have to, and I, well, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.